Welcome back to my channel, HR Theorist. Hello students, I hope you all are doing great. This is the sixth installment of HRM Outlook series. In this video, I will be discussing Gandhian approach of industrial relations. Gandhian approach. Let me give you a brief introduction about Gandhian approach in connection to industrial relations. Mahatma Gandhi, a prominent figure in the history of India, played a significant role in shaping industrial relations through his unique philosophy and approaches. As a leader and advocate for social justice, Gandhi emphasized the importance of fair and equitable treatment of workers within the industrial system. He promoted non-violent methods and peaceful negotiation as powerful tools for addressing labor issues and fostering harmonious relations between employers and employees. Gandhi's principle of truth, non-violence, and worker empowerment continue to inspire discussions and practices in the field of industrial relations. Here, we will discuss the key conditions that he identified as essential for safeguarding the rights of workers. First, human-centric approach and trustee concept. Second, trade union organization and collective bargaining. Third, strikes and non-violence. Fourth, fixation and regulation of wages. Fifth, voluntary arbitration and settlement. And sixth, empowerment of workers through self-reliance and collective action. Now, let's dive into the details, each one. Human-centric approach and trustee concept. Under the human-centric approach and trustee concept, there are 4 points arising. Intrinsic value, first one. So Gandhi emphasized recognizing and valuing the inherent worth of each worker as an individual. The second one, well-being and dignity. He prioritized the welfare and dignity of workers, considering their physical, emotional, and social needs. Third one, trustees or co-owners of industrial enterprises. Gandhi's proposed a relationship where employers and workers view themselves as trustees or co-owners of industrial enterprises. The fourth one, collective ownership. This concept acknowledges the shared ownership of resources, promoting a sense of collective responsibility for the betterment of society. So, these points provide a brief classification of the key elements related to human-centric approach and trustee concept in Gandhi's perspective on industrial relations. The second key condition, trade union organization and collective bargaining. Gandhi acknowledged the importance and desirability of trade unions in representing the interest of workers and providing a platform for collective bargaining with employers. He supported the practice of collective bargaining, advocating for negotiating and mutual agreements between labor and management to address grievances and resolve issues. It's important to note that desirability of trade unions, that means the Gandhi recognized the importance and desirability of trade unions in representing the workers' interest and concerns. And trade unions served as a platform for workers to collectively negotiate with employers, advocating for their rights and working conditions. The third one, strikes and non-violence. Gandhi recognized the right to strike but regarded it as a last resort. He emphasized that strikes should be non-violent, based on just causes, ensuring that non-strikers are not harmed or property. Gandhi promoted labor disciplines and encouraged the workers also to actively participate in management process, fostering the cooperation and a sense of ownership in the organization they work for. The fourth one, fixation and regulation of wages. Gandhi had clear perspective on wage fixation and regulation, advocating for fair and equitable wages. He believed that providing just compensation to workers was essential to enhance working conditions, improve living standards, and address concerns to health, safety, and the provision of basic amenities. The fifth one, voluntary arbitration and settlement. Gandhi supported the concept of voluntary arbitration and encouraged the harmonious settlement of disputes between labor and management, promoting peaceful resolutions rather than argumentative approaches. Now, understand what is voluntary arbitration. These points provide a brief classification of the key elements in the procedure of voluntary arbitration, highlighting the agreement to submit the dispute, the role of neutral arbitrators, and the outcome of binding decision or recommendations. The first one, resolving labor disputes. Under this point, voluntary arbitration refers to it is a method of resolving labor disputes without legal mandates. Second one, agreement to submit disputes. Both labor and management agree to submit their disputes to a panel of respected and trusted arbitrators. Third one, neutral third parties. Arbitrators act as a neutral third parties in the arbitration process. Fourth, consideration of arguments and evidence. Here the arbitrators consider the arguments and evidence presented by both the parties, labor and management. Fifth and the last, binding decision or recommendation. After careful consideration, the arbitrators make a binding decision or recommendations to resolve the conflict. Sixth and the last, empowerment of workers through self-reliance and collective action. The Gandhian approach emphasized the empowerment of workers through self-reliance rather than relying on external philanthropic efforts or acts of charity. External philanthropic means the resources or funding or support provided by individuals, organization or entities from outside a particular project or community with intentions to promote societal issues or charitable activities. That is we call the external philanthropic. So he believed that the true empowerment could be achieved through collective action, allowing workers to take charge of their own destinies and work towards their common interest. Now, let's understand each one. Self-reliance. Self-reliance, Gandhi emphasized the importance of self-reliance and self-sufficiency among workers. He believed that workers should not depend on external sources for their well-being. Okay, and the collective action. Gandhi believed in the power of collective action and unity of among workers. He encouraged workers to come together, organize themselves into trade unions and work towards a common goals through peaceful means. So this approach enabled workers to assert their rights more effectively and bring about lasting change. Overall summary, that Gandhi believed that industrial peace was essential for the growth and development of industries as well as for improving working conditions and wages. He advocated for mutual understanding, respect and strong labor organizations. Additionally, Gandhi's approach to labor problems centered on human values, non-violence, and cooperation, aiming for just and equitable industrial relations that prioritize the welfare of workers and the progress of society as a whole. The reference I have cited for today's topic is this C. Sin PN 2010 Employee Relation Management, Pearson Education, India. Thank you students for your attentive listening throughout this presentation. As a management student, I appreciate the importance of presenting management and HRM topics in an engaging and creative manner to facilitate the learning process. I highly value your feedback, questions and suggestions. If you have any further inquiries regarding the Gandhian approach of industrial relations or any other HRM related topic you would like me to cover, please feel to free leave a comment below. Your input will help me tailor future content to your interest and needs. Lastly, I would like to express my gratitude for your support. Please consider liking, subscribing and sharing this educational content with others who may find it beneficial. Thank you once again, and I look forward to our continued journey of learning together.